Bank and Trust, Davis Cash Lumber, Clay Maxey Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Ozark Health Medical Center, Goods Cash Saver, Petit Jean Fiber, Conway Regional Medical Center, and by all the fine Yellow Jacket boosters. Tonight's live video on YouTube and Facebook, brought to you by Petit Jean Fiber and by First Arkansas Bank and Trust and H&H Sports Bar and Grill, and by Farm Bureau Insurance. And the player of the game each week, brought to you by First Arkansas Bank and Trust in Clinton. Now, let's join our announcers for tonight's game, KHPQ Sports Director Jeff Hall and producer-announcer Mike Hawley. Get ready for tonight's Yellow Jacket basketball action on KHPQ. Video production by Aaron Duhan.
Get 'em up, 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 get 'em up.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is loud in the house here. We're in the gym in Marshall, Arkansas. It's like old times, folks. This place is packed out, and it's kind of a throwback when we played in gymnasiums back in the 80s and 90s, and seats were full. You got folks in the lobby looking through the window, and it is a packed house for this four-game night. Junior girls, junior boys, senior girls, senior boys. Two of those games are finished. Senior girls getting ready to take the court now. Clinton seniors versus the Marshall senior girls, and certainly look forward to this one. And I say all that, though, a really nice gym. They had a remodel here not too many years ago. I know we've been here a few times since then. They got a really nice gymnasium here at Marshall, right next to the Kinder Drive-In, right off Highway 65. So if you're listening to us on the drive up, hope you're going to pull in and watch basketball if you can find a seat. You may have to stand in the lobby and look through the window, but it's a fun night, and look forward to calling this with you. I'm Jeff Hall. That's Mike Hawley, and I'm going to bring the broadcast to you. We're getting a little bit of a later start after these two ball games. The live stream is rolling. Mike Hawley spent a lot of time before this one trying to get everything set and connected. We got some help from the Marshall folks as well. One of the things you lose, maybe in a gym with this many people in it, you lose some reception trying to get out. So they've helped us make that work out. So we think we got a good stream coming out. If you want to watch it on the KHPQ Sports YouTube channel or the KHPQ Facebook page, video and audio tonight that I believe we'll have for you. Well, the teams have been out. They've gone through their warm-ups. They'll come back to the bench. We'll look for starting lineups to be introduced. And here in just a moment, we'll be underway. Coach Matthew Post and Tammy Hodges-Johnson, Clinton Senior Girls, and Jory Tumlinson on the bench as well. And Clinton will be dressed out in the pink tonight. They've got the pink jerseys. Celebrate cancer awareness for that on the road tonight. Marshall will be in a traditional home white, trimmed in black. Clinton Cheer Squad is here tonight. And again, a festive atmosphere here for this non-conference game. There have been times through the years that these two schools have been conference opponents, not this year. I think Marshall currently playing in Class 2A classification, Clinton in Class 4A, and but they've met up in tournaments or a regular season matchup in recent years. More Marshall, they'd had a really good run just 2 and 3 years ago. And we will pause for a moment. Let's send it back to the studio, and when we return, we'll get you ready for the tip. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Saver says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
For excellence in auto body work and paint jobs, there's only one name to call: Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery. They strive for excellence in every job they do. Quality work is their specialty, and they pride themselves on the perfect color match. Plus, you'll know when your car is repaired at Justin's that it will last. For all your collision repair and body work, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery is the place to call. Highway 65 South in Clinton, call 745-2992.
FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store, is a proud sponsor of Clinton Yellow Jacket Sports. FL Davis Cash Lumber can help with your electrical, plumbing, paint, tools, hardware, and flooring needs. They're a full-service hardware store and lumber yard. FL Davis can provide you with everything you need for your residential or commercial projects. The knowledgeable staff is always on hand to answer your questions. Visit FL Davis Cash Lumber, your Ace Hardware store. Same place, now Ace.
Tonight's Yellow Jacket basketball game is brought to you in part by these fine Yellow Jacket boosters: Southern Belle Boutique and Salon, TL Seat Bookkeeping, Jamie Beavers DDS, by the Western Sizzlin', Clinton Drug, Main Street Florist, Joe and Hash. These fine sponsors help bring this game to you.
Life is better with football. And with First Security. We have the resources and the know-how to tackle your needs, plus a local team you can count on. So you're making better plays because First Security is making better happen during this season and every season. What's your better? Get there with us. Stop by your local First Security Banking Center or visit us online at fsbank.com today. First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call: Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in North Central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call. 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair, Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Today's medical system is like a maze where patients get lost. Not here. Conway Regional takes a personal approach to health, so you get one-of-a-kind care that blends access and excellence, familiarity and fierce commitment, with a deeply invested team delivering the services and support that people deserve. This is not mass-produced health care. This is your health care. Conway Regional. Curated care.
Yeah, my colleague Jeff Hall back here on the campus of Marshall High School. And we are almost set for senior girls basketball action. And Noah Emberton joins us, so the whole crew is back tonight. And Noah, they're going to have a chair for you here, I think, here in just a minute. So it's a tight squeeze tonight. There's a little secret, Jeff. This is a little dribbler night.
Hey.
Now, the Yellow Jacket fans have filled up our side of the gym and part of their side of the gym. The part of that crowd of Marshall over there is to see the little dribblers.
Okay.
And so both teams are getting introduced at the
At
moment, heading out onto the court. We'll look at the records of these two teams. Yellow Jackets come in tonight with the records of 10 wins, 10 losses. This is a non-conference game. The Jackets are 0-2 in conference play. They're coming off a 74-59 loss to Heber Springs. That was on Friday night. Riley Van and Kaylin Lashley were our first Arkansas Bank and Trust players of the game that night. The Yellow Jackets are 3-3 in their last 6 ball games. Marshall comes in tonight with a record of 7 wins and 12 losses. They're 1-5 in their conference. They're members of the Class 2A Conference 2. They lost to Sloan. Check that. They lost last Friday night, 47-38 to Mammoth Spring. And we'll add more to this as we go. We are underway here, and the Yellow Jackets are in their special event, pink uniforms tonight.
Yeah, that's right. It'll be Marshall controlling the tip, the first offensive possession of the ball game. Going to dribble, drive, dump it off. Foul call, down on the block, and going to the free throw line. Marshall, 2 free throws up coming up. I don't have number 52 on my roster. I have to double check on that. See who we've got, but stops the clock here early. Your starters tonight for Clinton: Olivia Johnson, Shelby Standridge, Riley Van, Kaylin Lashley, and Lexi Wallace. A familiar 5 for Coach Matthew Post and Tammy Hodges Johnson. And a free throw. Both up and in. 2-point lead for Marshall to start the ball game. And Lexi Wallace will dribble it across midcourt. The offense. Gonna work it around. Riley Van's going to drive down the left, just outside the lane. Shot up, won't go. Rebound to the Bobcats.
Jackets open in man-to-man defense. I know they haven't worked a significant time. They've been off for a week since they played last Friday night, so they've had a week of practice, and Marshall scores again.
Dribble drive into the lane. Miley Harris. There was a recognition for Miley Harris just before the ball game. She has three-pointer attempt by Clinton, won't go. Lexi Wallace going to save it, but Marshall ends up with it. Miley Harris has scored her 1,000th point, and she was recognized before the ball game. Got a special commemorative basketball, and she gets things going for the Bobcats, or adds to their lead now, 4-0. Shot up, won't go. Olivia Johnson quickly down the floor. Wallace behind the defense, and Lexi's first points for the Yellow Jackets.
Good crossover dribble that time. The lone defender back for Marshall, and Olivia Johnson used a crossover dribble to get by her, and then it was 4-on-none, and she handed the ball off to Lexi for an easy 2. These two teams did not play last season. They played many times over the years. Marshall was 16-13 last year, and they're coming off a 47-38 loss to Mammoth Spring. That was last Friday night. So neither one of these teams have played in a week.
Bobcats also Parker Pruitt, number 1 on the floor. Isabel Harness, number 10. Take it down, toss it in the lane, shot up, won't go. Miss, rebound, put back, foul called. I'll have to double check, find out who number 23 is, but 2 free throws upcoming for the Bobcats. Marshall leading 4-2, 6-10 in the opening quarter.
Marshall comes in tonight. They've lost 5 of their last 7 ball games as she misses the first one here. They are 1-5 in conference play. Sloan Hendrick over in East Arkansas is the leader of their conference. Sloan Hendrick is 7-0 in girls, and I think Sloan is also leading in boys in that conference.
Missing both free throws, and Clinton with the rebound. Chance to tie or take the lead this time down the floor. Rhiannon Spear in the ball game, number 11. And was that Shelby? Shelby for 2 points, ties it at 50 in the first. It's kind of like a home game for Shelby, living halfway here between Clinton and Marshall, and easy trip for her crew to drive on up Highway 65. Shot, miss, rebound. Kaylin Lastly, ball knocked out of bounds. Keep it with the Yellow Jackets. Now a chance to take the lead. Wallace and Lastly up the floor. Spear in the ball game with Riley Van out. 3-point shot by Lexi Wallace is good. The Yellow Jackets 1,000-point score. Wallace, she now has 5 in the ball game.
And running that dribble drive offense, that time she took the handoff instead of driving for the next handoff. She just did a step back 3 and knocked it home.
7-4. Yellow Jackets first lead of the ball game. They'll pass it inside to Harness, but her shot's blocked by Standridge. Marshall gets it back, and 2-pointer up and in. 7-6 now. The Yellow Jacket lead. Long pass down the floor. Lastly puts it off the glass. Good. Kaylin's first points of the night. 9-6 as the team
Kaylin coming off a 15-point night. And the first Arkansas Bank and Trust player of the game.
Parker Pruitt across midcourt. Over to Miley Harris. Up to the high post. It's Harness. She'll try to bounce it in low, but Standridge steps in the way, picks it off. Pass ahead. Lastly, bounce pass through the lane to Spear. Kick it out. Olivia Johnson for 3 from the left side. Won't go. Offside rebound. Out of bounds. Belongs to the Bobcats. Good movement. Ball movement by the Yellow Jackets. Just couldn't get the 3-pointer to fall.
Yeah, gave it that one extra pass. I got Olivia open. She couldn't get it to go down, but yeah, good passing by the Lady Jackets. And Jackets playing a little bit faster pace than Marshall, I think, wants to play.
And official will stop play for just a moment. Might be a shot clock issue. I don't know. 4:23 remaining in the quarter. Clinton leading 9-6.
The Marshall students standing over there on the far side. Looked like a front row of elementary kids.
Bounce pass to Harris. She's in the lane. Can't get to the basket. Tosses it back out. Looks inside. Not there. She's going to drive. Tries to get some space. Can't get clear to get a shot. Down the baseline, double team, back to Harris in front of the basket. Shot blocked, peeled off by Spears. She gets it back, and then she's fouled on her second attempt. So Bobcats, they're getting to the free throw line here early, trailing 9-6.
Yeah, this will be their 5th and 6th free throw of the first quarter. Kind of liking this to watching a game, maybe a Walker Fieldhouse, but this is probably a little bit more capacity than Walker. There's more rows of seats. And the concession stand area is much bigger. I can imagine those days at Walker Fieldhouse and just going to the concession stand at halftime.
Harris gets the free throw. I believe that's her third point. 9-7 now, the Yellow Jacket lead. Just under 4 minutes remaining.
But that's what made it great.
Quarter. Shelby Standridge, kind of elbow, free throw line. 2 more for Standridge. 4 points total, 11-7. Shelby playing inspired basketball tonight, both on the offensive and defensive end. Bounce pass, or they get it into Harris. She's triple teamed. Ball gets knocked away. Bobcats recover, and up and in off the glass. 11-9. Teams trading baskets.
Fortunate break there for Marshall. Shelby Standridge came over and a great backside defense, dropping down on top of the post player. Knocked the ball loose, went right into 23's hands.
Standridge, step back three. Good! Shelby Standridge with another basket. She's got 7. It's 14-9.
3 for 3. Shelby has started off with a bang tonight. I hope somebody got her picture. She's been taking everybody else's pictures.
That's right. Kind of the school photographer is Standridge. And Marshall's going to draw another shooting foul. Back to the free throw line. Let me see. Who is?
And Marshall, they're going to rule that on the floor. And first, Marshall lined up as going to shoot free throws, but now they're going to inbound under their own basket. Just looking to get it in, finally does. Against the Yellow Jacket man-to-man defense. Harris for the ball. Tries to drive on Lastly. Can't do it. Now they drop it inside. Double team on her. Here comes Rhiannon Spear. Nice play. Jackets on the run. And now with no numbers, they'll pull it up. And Shelby will fire another 3. This one's long and out of bounds. And the ball will belong to Marshall. Marshall will have it. Jackets leading 14-9. 2:34 left here in the first quarter. We'll be back home Tuesday night as Pulaski Academy, the Bruins, will be in town. And that's the state runner-up in senior girls and one of the top teams in the state this year. That'll be at the arena Tuesday night. Ball inside, tries to spin. Good defense, stolen away by Johnson. 2-on-2. Johnson inside, off the glass, no good. Rebound to Marshall. And now the Bobcats want to run a little bit.
Quickly up the floor. Parker Pruitt behind the three-point line. Pass inside. And 2-point attempt. Jumper falls off the rim. Rebound to Clinton. That was number 23. That's Gracie Gray, they tell me. She's already got 6 points in the ball game. 3-point attempt by Johnson won't go. Into the hands of number 52. That's McKenna Harris, the younger sister of Miley Harris. Number 52, McKenna Harris. Number 23, Gracie Gray. 14-9 is the Yellow Jacket lead. Ball knocked away. Bobcats recover. They'll work it around. McKenna Harris with it on the right side, and she's going to be whistled.
Double dribble.
Back to the Yellow Jackets. 1:31 remaining in the quarter.
Scoring kind of slowed down here the last minute or so. Marshall in a box and one. Looks like trying to guard Lexi Wallace. I'm going to say a triangle and 2. They also have a defender on Olivia Johnson.
And Rhiannon Spear on a drive. They're going to reach in low, take it away from her. Race down the court. Good kind of scoop it up with the right hand. Won't go. Isabel Harness. Rebound Yellow Jackets. Quickly up the floor. Lexi Wallace cross court pass to Lastly. Fakes the 2. Drives into the lane. Shot up and in for Lastly. She's got 4. It's 16-9.
Yeah, triangle and 2 defense looks like by Marshall. I get another look at that when they come back down the floor. Like Lexi Wallace and Olivia Johnson. That's going to allow those shots by Shelby Standridge and Kaylin Lastly. Those shots will be there, and they've knocked them down so far.
Clinton in a traditional man-to-man defense. You can tell Lastly is all over Miley Harris, the score, and going to try to deny her the ball.
Shot clock at 5.
Toss it up to the post. McKenna Harris in the lane, makes the move, gets the shot off, draws the foul. So Varsity doing a good job getting inside. They're drawing the fouls. Those are good calls by the official. They'll go back to the free throw line. 28 seconds in the quarter.
Yeah, he did a foul there. There was only 1 second left on the shot clock.
And the first one's going to drop through for McKenna Harris.
These rims are pretty soft. You get it up on the rim, it's going to stay up there and just like that one and fall in.
3 players to score for the Bobcats here so far in the first quarter. And McKenna Harris gives her 2 points, 16-11. Shot clock off, 28 seconds. Wallace will walk it up to midcourt. She'll be picked up there, I believe, by Isabel Harness. It is. She's going to guard her close. Lexi can kind of play a little bit of keep away, work the clock. Back to the midcourt circle. Now she'll pass away. 9 seconds, and it's a steal. Marshall's got it down the floor. It's Harness. Lastly back to defend, reaches in, commits the foul. 5+ on the Yellow Jackets, so it'll be 2 free throws for Isabel Harness with 4.2 remaining.
Marshall without a foul in the first quarter. Yellow Jackets with 6.
Harness gets the first. Her first points tonight. She's got a second coming up. Won't go. Rebound Shelby Standridge. Quick outlet to Wallace. To midcourt. Olivia Johnson. I don't think they got it off in time. It won't go regardless. 16-12 after 1. Lady Yellow Jackets leading the Marshall Bobcats. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
We have partnered with Carti to bring world-class cancer treatment to Van Buren County.
Some chemos are between 1 to 2 hours to 8 hours. So when patient is sick, diagnosed with a cancer, traveling to Little Rock, that's a pretty long day for sick people.
Back in the old days, you had to get on the interstate, go to Conway or go to Little Rock to get your chemo treatment. My mom, for 1.5 years, was able to take them right here in Clinton, Arkansas. Big peace of mind for my mom.
Ozark Health, your community hospital.
At Clay Maxey Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram of Clinton, it's all about the personal relationship.
Absolutely. We want you to see familiar faces, smiling faces, and people that are there to help. You know, it's always an inconvenience to bring your car in for service. It just is what it is. And so we know that we have to be a step above the competition, and we want to make that experience that's normally an inconvenience and have it be a happy experience for you.
See the change at ClayMaxeyCDJR.com.
Towing and recovery is the last thing you think about until you really need it. Then you really want the best. There's only one name to call, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery. They have the largest and latest model recovery fleet in north central Arkansas. From small towing to heavy-duty towing, Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery on Highway 65 in Clinton is the one to call, 745-2992. That's Justin's Collision Repair Towing and Recovery, 745-2992.
Quarter underway. Clinton leading 16-12. Yellow Jackets in the pink uniforms tonight. Kaylin lastly for 3 points.
7 for Kaylin. 7 for Shelby. 5 for Lexi, and the Jackets lead 19-12.
Bobcats, Pruitt, Harness, the Harris sisters, and Gracie Gray. Gets the only 5 to play thus far tonight.
Jackets in a straight-up zone now. Kind of a 1-2-2.
3-point shot up by Harness. Pretty shot, good arch. Off the rim, won't go. Miley Harris for the rebound, misses, gets her own rebound. Knocked away by Lexi Wallace, and Lexi going to be whistled for the foul.
And back to the line go the Bobcats, and they had 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 free throws in the first quarter. Oh, no, they're going to call that one on the floor. Okay, looked like she was going up.
Pruitt inbound from the baseline, just in front of the Clinton cheer squad, and Finley Newland. That's not Finley, that's Dixie. Is that Dixie? Check on that and see, yeah?
Yeah, Finley's down there under the basket. Jeff will be visiting the optometry next week.
That's right. Bobcats behind the three-point line. Into the corner. Shot up by Miley Harris. Three-pointer. In and out of the rim. Out of bounds. And we'll keep it with Marshall.
Hey, you know, we got a couple of Marshall Bobcat alumni. I'm not sure if they're here tonight, though, but Leanna and Kevin Brown, Bobcats. So, but they're now Yellow Jackets, so they came over to the light.
Their daughter, Kaden, former Yellow Jacket, now North Ark Pioneer, injured for the season, but still keeping up with the Pioneers, I'm sure. Three-pointer by Miley Harris, her first of the ball game. The team's first, 19-15. Standridge, Johnson, Lastly, Wallace, and three-point shot up by Shelby Standridge. Won't go. Rebound by McKenna Harris. And Kinsley Bagley in the ball game now for the first time tonight. The Yellow Jackets, she'll play inside, play the post, number 31 for the Yellow Jackets. Shot up won't go, and Shelby Standridge, another strong rebound on the defensive end of the floor. Up to Wallace, quickly down the floor. Lastly, catch and shoot three. It's up and good. Lastly, she got back-to-back threes, and it's 22-15.
And she's in double figures to 10.
On the dribble, Pruitt gets it inside, draws the foul. She'll go to the free throw line. Stops the clock at 5:42 the second. Clinton leading 22-15.
You know, Kaylin coming off a 15-point game last Tuesday, or check that last Friday night against Heber Springs. She was one of our first Arkansas Bank and Trust players of the game, along with Riley Van, who we haven't seen since early in the first quarter. Briar Cullum checks in. Briar Collister, sorry. Collister. Check that out. I went football there for a minute.
Well, you were
Briar Collister.
Briar Cullum is actually sitting by
right
me.
There.
He's by me. It's Briar Collister that's in the ball game. So unless Briar's going to jump out there, we just said you're out there on the radio. So
too much football, Briar. I haven't got switched over yet.
Inside is Shelby Standridge. The pass from Lastly. Two more for Shelby. You know, and that goes to say, I don't think we've talked about it at a packed house. We're sitting with the fans tonight, and we don't always get to do this, but it's kind of fun when we do get the opportunity. We're sitting on the top row with all the Yellow Jacket fans and Briar Cullum and some of the guys, and getting to call this one for you. Shot up, won't go. Rebound to Collister. She'll get it up to Wallace. Defense in front of her. Back to Johnson. Catch and shoot three. Olivia won't go. Rebound inside. Collister. Her shot misses. Battling for the rebound. She gets it back. Passes it away. Lastly fakes the three. Back to Standridge. Johnson for three from the left side. Good. Olivia gets on the scoreboard. 27-15. 4:40 in the second.
Get Olivia going now. You know, when she hits one, she may hit 3 or 4 in a row.
That is the fifth three-pointer by the Yellow Jackets by 4 players for that total. Pass inside. Gracie Gray won't go. Out of bounds. Keep it with Marshall.
You know the old hardcore baseball fans out there still remember Harry Carey, and once a year he would do a game out in the left field bleachers, and him and the fans, and usually some adult beverages were involved before it was over with Harry. Looked like a walk there.
McKenna Harris, her shot won't go. Gets her own rebound. Second shot misses. They crash the boards. Marshall comes away with it. It's Harris again. She'll hand it off to her sister, Miley Harris. She's fouled on her way up. 2 free throws coming up for Miley Harris.
Marshall's played 12 minutes now without committing a foul. I'm not saying the officials are missing really any. That this Marshall hasn't fouled.
Clinton challenging every shot. They're not letting her trying to. So Harris is going to miss the first free throw. She'll have a second.
This is free throw number 10 for Marshall in the ball game. Oh, free throw number 12. Check that.
Miley Harris gets the second. I've got that as her 7th point. And let me check who's number 21. Who's number 21? Kayla Yarbrough.
Jackets with the ball. Kaylin Lastly drives the baseline, cross court past the Collister, and they whip it around the horn, and Olivia Johnson's shot is short, but rebound off the hands of Marshall and out of bounds, and the Jackets will have it in front of the Marshall student section over there. Although they're doing a lot more talking than they are cheering right now. Collister has it. Now to Olivia. Drives the lane. Pulls up. Turnaround jumper. No good. Rebound Bobcats.
Bobcats have it into the ball game. I think they tell me that's 21 Bella Williams for Marshall. 3:38 to go. Three-point attempt by Isabel Harness. Misses. Pruitt has it under the basket. She'll clear just enough to get her shot up. It's up and in. Parker Pruitt's first points, 27-18. Wallace, Collister, Lastly, Johnson, Standridge. Good ball movement. Now Standridge going to drive towards the lane. Lofts her shot on the left side. It's up and in. Shelby Standridge.
Yeah, Shelby in double figures. Two Jackets in double figures. We're just past the halfway mark of the second quarter.
Almost unconscious tonight is Standridge.
11 points for Shelby. Steal by Wallace.
Wallace going to pick it off. Lexi will keep it herself. Get up the floor across midcourt. Pass it. Back to free throw line. Pass it up. Dribble. Pass away. Wallace drive the lane. In front of the defender. Let's get her own rebound lane. She's going to spin. Double team. Pass it back. Standridge is ready for that one. Catch and shoot the pass. This one's on board off the rim. Rebound to Mall. 2:20 go in the second quarter. 29-18, the second lead. 3 by Miley Harris. Go offside read. Kenna Harris. She's going to go to the floor with the basketball. Balance. That's a triple. Belongs to the Yellow Jacket.
2:12 left in the first half. It's up 29-18. And Wallace will bring this half court. Collister to Lastly. And back to Collister. To Olivia Johnson. Pulls into the lane. It's the corner to Standridge. Shot roll. And Shelby scores again. Shelby's got 13. And the Jackets lead 31-18. 1:47 left in the first half.
And for the Bobcats, number 20, I think they tell me that's Marion Beckwith. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I got that. Miley Harris on the drive, misses. Rebound loose in the lane, picked up by Beckwith. Her shot misses. Battle for the rebound, foul on the floor that goes against the Yellow Jackets, I think. Stops the clock at 1:33 in the second quarter.
Well, Marshall's had a lot of point-blank shots in the lane, but the Yellow Jackets have challenged every one of them. And they've missed several.
Inbound the ball, Miley Harris with it. A little screen and roll with her sister, but the pass not there. Inside, this time it goes. Shot up and in. That's Bella Williams, her first points of the ball game. 31-20, 1 minute, 14 seconds in the second quarter. Wallace on the dribble, right, left. Passes it back out. Wallace fakes the three, drives, gets by the defender, floats it up. It won't go. Rebound, Miley Harris. Ahead to Isabel Harness. Yellow Jackets now in a zone defense. Lastly at the top, Collister, Wallace on the wings, Johnson and Standridge down low. 14 seconds on the shot clock, 34 on the game clock. Good pass in the lane. Around the defender, shot won't go. Falls off the rim. Rebound Johnson. Ahead to Wallace. Shot clock off, 22 seconds. Lexi puts it behind the back, clears space in the lane, and knocks down the two-pointer.
Nice play behind the back dribble, rolled into the lane. A nice mid-range jumper, and Lexi has 7.
Not everybody can make that shot that Lexi Wallace, or that.
Not everybody can make that dribble.
And a shot and a miss. Lastly's got it. 3, 2, 1. Pass ahead to Collister. The horn sounds. The first half comes to an end. The Lady Yellow Jackets lead the Marshall Bobcats 33-20. We'll step away from the audio for just a moment. Keep the camera rolling. Stay with us. You're listening to KHPQ and Clinton High School Sports.
Steve Good at Goods Cash Savers says you can learn a lot about life by playing sports. You may never be the biggest or the fastest, but you can always try to be the very best and give 100%. And that's what they do every day at Goods Cash Saver. Even though they don't have the biggest building, they try to have every item that you might need in groceries. They also overachieve every day in their meat department. So when you're looking for a place to shop, give Goods Cash Saver a try. A supermarket that cares about you and your community and says, go Yellow Jackets.
Friday night at the stadium is not the time to worry about your finances. Let First Arkansas Bank and Trust ease your mind with their mobile banking capabilities. You can check your balance, transfer funds between accounts, and even find the nearest ATM for dinner after a road game. The free mobile app is available on the iTunes Store and Android Market. You can cheer loud and proud for the Yellow Jackets because First Arkansas Bank and Trust has you covered. See a branch for more details. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Petit Jean Electric Cooperative was created to bring power to rural Arkansas, and now we're connecting it to the world. Introducing Petit Jean Fiber, delivering the fastest, highest quality broadband internet and phone service available. Enjoy blazing fast upload and download speeds, unlimited access, reliable connectivity, and no contracts. The future is powered by fiber, and Petit Jean Fiber is blazing the trail. To see if we're signing up in your area, call 501-745-2493 today.
Hi, I'm Ginger for Jolie.